progressing?
Progressing well. He's been able to compete and do the live stuff the last 2 days. There's still some concern with his conditioning at this point, but to be expected. But overall, I think he's looked good. Moving well, doesn't seem to be any residual. We'll have to kind of monitor and see where he is, the next 48 hours. But I'm hopeful that he'll be available and ready to go.
He was telling us how hard he takes the injuries, and we've known that about him, but just the fact that he really wants to be out there on court, and that's something you've been talking about. How important is getting that energy back?
Oh, it's huge. And to his point, he's missed the last 2 training camps. And it's for no reason other than just maybe bad luck. He's had some injuries that have set him back, and now you're behind the 8 ball a bit, just trying to get up to speed, get your conditioning right, and you don't have the necessary reps to have a comfort level to play at the high level to start the season. So he's aware of it. He's putting in extra time. He's doing more script stuff, pre and post practice, getting more conditioning on the side. But it's not the same as playing regular minutes in a real game.
What did you learn last season in your first year as a head coach that you'll do differently this time around?
Well, I think the thought was for all of us is work more efficiently from how we practice, how we plan and meet. Just be more expeditious with everything. And I think the other piece is just more comfort level of managing people. There's a large staff. It's a big group of people they have to manage beyond the 15, 17 guys on the floor. There's a comfort level with the workflow. And so all that after a year, I think, makes you feel more at ease. It doesn't change the angst at all about, is my team ready to play? Are we going to continue to play the right way? That I think will go on forever. But as far as the day-to-day workflow, that part has gotten more comfortable.
Is there an edge to you guys about finally playing some games that actually really matter?
Yeah, I think so. I think with only 4 preseason games, we've been practicing against the same guys. So at some point, the competitive juices get the best of you, and you're ready to turn it on. They're trying to keep guys focused on what we're trying to get out of certain things. But I think they're ready to turn loose.
Everybody aside from Corey Kispert practice today?
Yes.
So that also means Vernon Carey is.
He was a partial participant. He wasn't able to do any of the live segments, but he was pretty much 2/3 of the practice.
Do you expect everybody besides Corey to be good to go for Wednesday?
Yes, I do.
No minutes restriction for Denny or JP or anybody?
I have no number right now. There'll be some recommendations, but I don't know about restrictions.
Wes, who's going to start at the 3 on?
Well, we'll see on Wednesday.
Has that changed from when you told us a week or 2 ago that you had an idea?
No, it's not changed.
How tall is that potential?
What's the when you're generating the looks you want offensively, what's happening on the floor?
Well, we prioritize our spacing. So the rim attempts are a big piece. The paint threes, whether that's feet in the paint, a cut, a roll, anything that ignites a trigger. But getting guys to the corners. And we had a handful of open corner threes the other night that just didn't go. I thought overall, after watching the film, the vast majority of our threes were of high quality. So for 2 things, it's a great process, which we want to encourage, but it's also indicative of maybe we need to do more shooting in practice. Guys working on their craft and being shot ready. And once you see those go in, it just starts to take on a life of its own, and then the offense starts clicking. But I liked the vast majority of what we were able to generate. We just didn't see the payoff.
I know that you talked about process, but when you're out there, if it doesn't go in.
Oh, it's hard. Trust me. It's hard. Puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and we've seen a better overall defensive effort, better communication, not always perfect. The hand activity, our fly-around mentality has been solid, and I know it's just a small sample, but that's got to carry with us. We got to be able to hang our hat on that, whether we make shots or not. And I know you're fighting human emotion a little bit, but that's where you have to push through and really say, hey, this is who we are, how we have to play if we're going to have any level of sustained success.
What is Johnny's role going to be early on?
Be the best version of Johnny, and he's not there yet. It's going to take some time. He's going to get reps, but you look at the depth that we have. It's right now there's not a ton of minutes. And as he continues to get better, he's going to compete for those minutes, and we'll see how it shakes out. There's no pressure at all for him to come in and make an immediate impact. For me, it's just I need him to get better every day, and I think he's trying to do that.
Time will tell. We're definitely locked in. We're focused. But when the lights come on, we got to have that same carryover into the game. So, preseason is over with. Now we got to hit the ball running.
Jordan Goodwin said he's known you since he was in like 6th grade. What was it like seeing him get the 2-way contract?
It's amazing, man, because he's a true worker. He has a heart of a dog, and you can't teach that. You can't give it out. You're born with it. He had that since he was young, and I've always seen it. And, this is just a testament to who he is and the hard work that he puts in and he constantly puts in. So I'm super proud of him. It's just the message I continue to preach to my AAU program and all the youth that I try to reach out to is, anything is possible, if you just put your mind to it and put the work in and take advantage of your opportunities, and that's all he's doing.
In what ways, if any, is Wes different this year?
More confident, I guess. More confident in his role. More confident in knowing that this is his team, knowing that, he has to put down his authoritative, mindset and kind of what he wants us get out of us, and he's been doing a hell of a job of that. So you could definitely see his aura is a little bit more different this year for sure.
You talked about being more efficient in workouts and in practices. How's that showing up?
It's just a consistency thing on a daily basis, making sure we get our work in, taking care of our body with our trainers, getting our lift in with our strength coaches, making sure we're properly moving before we even touch the floor. And then when we get on the floor, we're with our coaches and we're getting game shots, game reps, and really doing things that are analytical based in some ways. Our 3-point percentages, our shot selections, and making sure we actually shoot game shots and shots we take and try to better those too. So everything is with a purpose. I think that's what I love for sure a lot about this year, and that's how you teach it. We got to continue to rep it out every day.
Brad, what's Monte like personality-wise?
He's real down to earth. He's real cool. He's laid back to himself, but he's a great guy. He's very easily adaptable person, and he's tremendous. He's very selfless, and he's been great for sure.
Wes says he's kind of one of those guys who randomly a bunch of dudes know in the league. Have you met him before he got here, or was this your first time?
Yeah, I've known Monte before I got here for sure. He's just, who he is. He's a pro's pro. He comes in, he does his work, he does his job, and everybody knows who he is, especially his peers. So it was good to be able to know him before he came, and same with Will. But just to have some familiarity with some guys has definitely helped the transition.
How are you feeling after a little bit of sickness?
Better for sure. It's good to be able to get up and down in New York and just get my wind back. Had a few practices too, so feel better for sure.
Have any of the young guys stood out to you in training camp, or anything that they've done that maybe looks better from last year?
Denny's been in the last few practices. He's constantly evolving, getting better, accepting the defensive challenges. Rui's been spectacular all preseason, all summer. I think the work that he's put in is really starting to really show and pay off. And Johnny's constantly getting better. We're standing in his ear and just telling him, take his time, be patient. But we're throwing a lot of stuff at him, but he's doing a great job of gravitating towards it and grasping everything too. So it'll be a little work in progress, but he's in great position to where he can learn from a lot of guys. And coach will throw him in the fire sometime too. So it's good that he has that mindset that he's not scared. He goes out and competes. And that's what I love about all our young guys. Every last one of them, Jay Good, everybody's very competitive to the standpoint to where we're pushing the next man, but we're not competing against the next man, if that makes sense.
What do you think the benefit is team-wise to start the season off on the road in comparison to a home game?
I don't give a damn what it is. I haven't played since February, so I'm ready to play. And great teams win on the road, so it doesn't really matter. We gotta get it done. We don't make the schedules, so wherever we go, wherever we play, we gotta lace them up. They lace them up, put their clothes on just like we do. So gotta be ready.
With new personnel, how could your role change offensively, if slightly?
You'll see.
Fair enough.
How similar was your injury to Jaylen Brown's?
I have no idea about Jaylen Brown's injury, so I won't talk on it. I don't know. I have no idea.
Are there any games you got circled on the calendar this year?
No. 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 All 82.
You mentioned having not played since February. I mean, you've been in some preseason games. But how kind of excited are you to get this started?
Super. Super excited. I'm just excited to hoop. I haven't hooped in a long time. Granted, I've hooped in preseason, but you know what I mean. Like I haven't been out there, so I'm excited about it. Excited what we have, and just making it all click.
Tommy's mentioned a few times that he's noticed how people kind of underrate you just because you missed the end of last season. Have you felt slighted by any of that?
No.
No.
It's been like that my whole career. No change now. Been slighted even when I was healthy, so it doesn't matter. Fair? Yeah. That's fair.
You described the focus in practice. I guess how can you see that compared to your long career? That yes, everybody's locked in right now.
It's definitely different. It's definitely a different focus and a mindset from last year and even years previous. We have a lot of talent in here. There's a lot of versatility, but the biggest thing I harped on it earlier this year is just the amount of kind of vets we have. We have like a really good vet presence. Like you're 11 like me, but you still got Taj, you still got KP, you have Kuz, you got guys who actually have years and have experience and know what to do, will, everything, same thing. So it's easy that we can just jump in and coach can put in his terminology. We know what it is and just jump into it, and it's not like we're sitting down teaching. We're able to just kind of roll the ball out and get things going. But at the same time, we have that accountability factor within everybody, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Is it easy to live with results if good process creates it?
100%. It's a matter of Michael Jordan has the best quote ever. I don't fear anybody because I trust the work that I put in. And it's kind of the same thing. The results will be what they are. And you live with them based off of the work that you put in. If you trust the work that you put in, you trust your process, you trust coaching the system, you buy into it as a team, you live with the results, good or bad, and obviously you make your adjustments if things don't go your way, but, you got to give it a chance to work first before throwing in the towel.
What are going to be the key ingredients to making sure that the defense is as good as it can be, and then maybe we're missing from last year?
Me and Kuz. Once we have to have the mindset that we got to defend on a nightly. We're going to have the majority of the toughest jobs, guarding guys. So we got to make sure it starts with us too. Obviously, the point guard's ahead of Snake and Tay, making sure he's up into the ball. But once me and Kuz are dialed in and locked in defensively, that sets the tone for everybody else.